Hello, School District of Indian River County. This is your Superintendent, Dr. Moore, here with yet another Facebook Live. So we're excited to bring this edition. This is the last Facebook before we have our spring break, and we want to talk about some very important topics as we lead into spring break. So we're going to start and have our conversation really focused around social media today. And as you look at the screen now, you'll see a number of different apps that your children may have on their phone. And my hope is everything that is on their phone is something that you as a parent have approved. So there are apps on here, Snapchat, Instagram, Pinterest. Some of those are very common apps, but there's other apps you need to be aware of, whether it's WhatsApp, TikTok, obviously Twitter. There's a number of apps. You need to sit with your son or your daughter and go through every device or every app that they have downloaded to make sure it is something you are okay with. So we want to have a conversation about making sure you as a parent have the opportunity to be intentional around connecting to your son or daughter with what's happening in school. And as we focus in on social media, we want you to be very, very intentional on a weekly basis. And we're calling this our Sunday socials. And this is the opportunity for you as a family to sit down with your children and have a conversation about where they spend 7, 8, sometimes 10 hours a day. Great conversation about what's happening in our school district, because we know great things are happening in our school district, and we want to force the conversation at home. We truly want to partner with parents. We truly want parents to know what is and what is not happening in schools. So if we collectively, as a community, can make a commitment to sometime on Sunday to sit and have questions about how things are going in school. On the screen now are some simple stems or questions that you could begin the conversation. They're just questions to start the conversation. As you engage in the dialogue, it will take you right where you need to go. We want to also focus some of that question around social media, where you actually take out the device, you sit, you make sure that tool that they have in their hand that you have provided to them, it's one of the most powerful tools that we have. And it can be used for a number of great things, and unfortunately it can be used for a number of bad things. If we're not supervising and ensuring that our students, especially some of our middle school students, are using that device the way you intend for them to use it, we have to create that skill with them, and we want to partner with you. So sit, go through those devices once a week, make it part of your habit on a Sunday. And then also around bullying. This district will not tolerate bullying. Every student in our district has the opportunity to a seat in a public school, but you need to fulfill the certain responsibilities, which is ensuring you're coming into school, focusing in on the teaching and learning, and providing an environment which is free of bullying and harassment. And so many times we have seen students misuse their telephones or social media itself and posting pictures that are inappropriate of other children, and it's just wrong. And collectively as a community, if we're all engaging and speaking with our children, we can put a stop to it. But we also want to have conversations about bullying. And as we do that, we also want you to conclude that Sunday conversation in looking at the script that is provided each Sunday night by the principal. And this is the script that typically comes Sunday evening, where your principal is calling, giving you the update for the week. Please don't hang up on them. Hold still. Listen to that conversation. And then printing it out you can find that on Focus. You can go right to Focus. The script of that call is available to you. It's a great way to see what's happening in our schools, ask questions about it, find out what they need in the upcoming week. It's a great way to connect with your son or daughter around where they spend so much of their time. So principals are doing this just not because they want to ensure you as a parent are informed. So if you don't listen to the full call, always go on Focus, print up the script, sit with your son and daughter, and find out what's going on in our school year. Talking about reporting and bullying, students, this is the Fortify app. Parents, make sure your son or daughter knows what this app is. It's on every device that we provide in our school system. It is an anonymous reporting. This information that is anonymously reported goes directly to me, the principal, district staff, law enforcement, so we can immediately respond. Our students have made it extremely extremely clear. In our schools, violent behavior, behavior that is inappropriate is not going to be tolerated. Our students are speaking up, making the right decisions, using this app to ensure adults get to children who are doing things that would either harm themselves or harm others. So include that on your Sunday conversation. Make sure your son has that on their app, has that on their phone. It's always on their devices, as I said, but we want to continue to get the information and resources and support to our students who may need it. We also have, this is not an emergency reporting system, but on our webpage, if you went to our webpage, you see that information right there. You click on the contact button, and then you complete and submit your information. You can leave your name in an email. You can identify the appropriate staff, including myself, and give us information that we need to know. If you give us your name and your number, we'll get back to you. If you don't want to provide your information, that's fine too. We want to know what's going on in our schools. We want to know the concerns that you have. We want to be transparent and open in establishing lines of communication so we can be a world-class school system. We also wanted to share, as we get ready to close out and get ready for spring break, you have heard me in every single Get More Connected talk about student attendance. As we close out the third 9 weeks, you can see the impact that we have had in attendance from comparing from last school year to this school year. With our elementary schools improving 0.8%, our middle schools improving 0.7%, and our high schools 1.1%. And that's a 0.8%. But when you look at just 1% improvement in attendance, and what does that mean in terms of hours of instruction? It's over 1,100 hours of instruction for each percent that's being provided to our students on a daily basis. That makes a tremendous impact. And when you look at adequate attendance on the bottom of the screen, you can see we've improved that number by 5 percentage points, while at the same time decreasing students who have chronic attendance down from 33 to 28. So significant progress, still work to be done. We hope that you enjoy your spring break. As we come back, there's going to be a great deal of work to be done. We're going to have a 6 or 7 week, depending on when your student will assess, opportunity to prepare for these assessments. And there are schools who are so close to being an A school or moving to a B school. We need everyone to be fully connected, understand when these assessments are going to take place, and not only when they're going to take place, but what needs to be done in that final 6 or 7 weeks to ensure your son or daughter can sit down, take that assessment with all the confidence that they need to take the assessment knowing they've done the work. And that assessment day is just the opportunity to show out, to show the rest of the county, the rest of the state, what is happening here in the school district of Indian River County. We're going to have absolutely outstanding results because we're doing outstanding work, and we're going to finish extremely strong. So with that, enjoy your spring break, rest, connect with your family, and we'll see you back. Have a great spring break.